Good morning. It is 8:25. I just started my first section of my hike down to the lobby for coffee and get some cereal. It's kind of a rainy morning. Everything's wet and cloudy. Our ride's not for a couple hours still, but there's chances of rain all day. And if so, this may be, we kind of hiked in a drizzly rain in the Sierra one day. Other than that, I don't know that we've hiked in the rain in 4 months. So this could be the day. Y'all are getting used to this background. It's 10:45 a.m. So at 10 o'clock, the shuttle driver sent me a message and then audio called me on Messenger and was like, hey, somebody else is gonna drive you. We've already taken 10 people back. We're really busy. They're gonna be in the parking lot now, but they're willing to wait. I was like, well, we had planned on you being in Medford at 11, here about 11:30, so we're not showered or ready yet. And she's like, oh, no worries. We'll stick to the time. He's just going to be there. So I call Cece and Hollywood. And I'm like, hey, this is the situation. So we're all like, okay, well, let's just try to get ready by 11 because I hadn't showered. Hollywood hadn't showered. So I shower real quick. And then I have a message that they're going to go back out to the trail to see if any hikers need to ride in. And they'll see us at 11:30. So it's been a bit of a confusion this morning, I guess. So it hasn't been as relaxing the last hour or so as I'd hoped, but oh well. Pretty much all packed up. I'm eating the last of my my bag of broccoli and carrots and cauliflower. I have some pickles left. I think I'm gonna pack some pickles out in a Ziploc. So I guess we got 45 minutes or so till we're back to the trail. On that note, I wanted to say that I don't think I've even had one beer in the day and a half that we've been here. By the time we get back to the trail, it'll be almost 48 hours from the time we left to got back. And I don't think I've had one beer or anything. However, I do want to thank Jeff R. He's a regular supporter and sends, he says it's my allowance that he sends me in Trail Magic. So this time he sent a little extra and he put a message on there that this is for Hollywood to have 3 PBRs. So I think they actually both bought some beer at the store and drank some yesterday, but I haven't had any. So the next town stop or when we can, thank you, Jeff. Hollywood gets 3, but PBRs. This is beginning to be a fun thing now. So anyway, we'll see you back on trail in a bit. All right. There's our ride, Kitsi, and I think it was Big Elk, maybe? All right, so I got dropped off right here. Because of that confusion when we came to town, I came off the trail here. Hollywood and Cece came off at a different spot. So we all got dropped off different places where we came off the trail so we can keep our steps connected. So I came off here. They came off, I don't know, a mile up and then came this way. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my steps and I'll go catch up with them. It's very wet, but not currently raining. Looks like chances of thunderstorms later in the day, maybe, but that'd be interesting. You really haven't hiked in the rain much, so here's to getting back going. All right, finished the trail part on the road. Now the PCT is back in the woods. We got this light drizzle. It's very light. I mean, I can feel it's raining, but it's not bad. I actually kind of like it. I passed Hollywood a little bit ago. He was squatted down, rubbing mud all over his leg. He said he got stung again, and somebody had told him to try to rub mud on it, and somehow that would help, extract the bee venom or whatever. He didn't know if it worked. I don't know if it worked, but he tried it. Then I caught up to Cece. She was just taking a break, eating some food. She said she got a new shirt in town. So I didn't realize it was her. It's like right up to her. So she said, I don't want to do this today. It's always so hard coming back out of a town on a zero. I said, I kind of like this rain. Haven't really done this yet. Adds a little bit of that razzle dazzle to the day. But I asked her what she was thinking for how far we could go today. She said to the water, which is I think only like 10 for the day. Which is fine. I mean, it kind of makes it easier coming out of town and doing like a short day. Kind of makes the transition from the life of luxury back to this and being in the woods. Makes it a little bit more easy. Then you get up and do a big day. Get up in the woods and start early and all. I'd be fine with going a little further if they want to do that too. It doesn't really matter to me. We only planned for half day today, so it'd be fine. I hope this rain doesn't get much harder. I've really been contemplating this tent situation. I've had some questions about it, so I'll say it again. I am using a Big Agnes Tiger Wall UL2. I bought it a few years ago before I had a duplex. I used it one night, and then the first night I used it, I broke the zipper. And it was during COVID. So Big Agnes was going to fix it, but it was going to take a while. In the meantime, Gossamer Gear put the one on sale, and that's a trekking pole tent. So I bought that and used that for my lash in 2021 on the AT. And I'm like, I'm never using a tent with poles again. Trekking pole tent's the way to go. I knew I didn't want a steel nylon tent, so I got the duplex. And as you all know, I've used that for over 4,000 miles until it died on me. I really want another duplex. I was really close to calling them. Well, actually, I did call them. They were just closed like 3 minutes before I called. I called on Thursday. We got to town when I had some time. And apparently they're only open Monday to Thursday. And they closed at 5 Eastern, which it was like 5:08 Eastern. It was like 3:08 or whatever the time that was here when I called. So they've not been open again. But I will probably, if I can get some good cell service in the next couple days, I think I'm going to call Z-Packs. Go ahead and try to order a duplex if they will bring it with them to PCT trail days. This rain just really makes me wish I had the duplex because I know how to keep everything dry. I'm comfortable with it. And I just don't want to deal with a steel nylon tent when they're wet. So that's my thoughts on that. It's they're not cheap. They're like $700. Maybe they're $700 without tax or anything. But they last so long. I mean, heck, I lived in it for 6 months on the AT and most of this trail and several other shorter trails. So it's a cheap way to get a house, right? That's what I'm telling myself. I know it's... Anyway, I'm probably going to go ahead and order one. This rain's kind of tipped me in that direction. It's not currently raining, but I'm pretty soaked from the knees down because this is a lot of the trail. It's wet from all the rain today, so all the leaves are heavy and draped over the trail. So you got to walk through it and just get all the water on the leaves on you. My shoes are soaked, my socks are soaked. But for the most part, the trail is maintained better than, most of California. All right, so I was just walking along, got to the little top of a hill. I saw a tent there, and somebody standing there talking to the person in the tent. I knew who it was right away. Groceries. So I talked to her for a bit. Hollywood and CC caught up, and now we're all kind of walking together here, trying to figure out how lazy we're going to be today and how far we're going to go. Okay, the rain pretty much stopped a little bit before I ran into groceries, and it hasn't really rained for the last, I don't know, 2 hours maybe, or hour and a half. So when we all left that spot where we caught up to her, Hollywood and Cece got ahead pretty quick. I walked with groceries for a couple miles, and then she told me to go ahead and she'd see me up here at the water source. So I'm probably a mile from the water. That's originally where Cece had said she'd like to get to there, but we talked a little bit ago. I think we're all gonna be ready to go further in that because we'll be there by 4:15 or so, and it's just too early to stop. So I don't know how far we'll go, but this is really interesting here. I'll turn the camera around in a minute, but these trees seem to be covered in like Spanish moss. I don't know what it really is, but I didn't know that was here in Oregon. Let me show you. And it's all over a lot of the trees. Oregon, you're too much. It's 4:35. This is us not hiking. It's been another 30 minutes. Here we are still not hiking.
No. I was gonna say you can pull it.
We're talking about hiking.
Hang on, let me put my belly in.
We're talking about hiking. We're gonna start walking in a minute, we think. We also talked about trying to get to a road in 3.3 and see if we can get a ride back to town. But then Cece said, we're not going to town, we're hiking. So that's what we're doing. Hollywood said we don't need that negative energy here. I kind of agree with him, but
Back to the road.
all right, there's a bunch of turkeys and a whole bunch of turkey babies. They're everywheres.
Turkey call.
Ow, 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 ow. It is 6:06 p.m. Right before we just saw those turkeys, we had just left a water source. We got water from a gushing pipe spring. I got 4 liters because we're gonna water for tonight, and then there's not water for like another 11 miles from here. Well, there's not like a stagnant pond, and then there's another water that's a mile round trip off trail. So we're carrying enough to get us through. One thing's interesting today. We started seeing southbounders. I saw one and then another one going south, and I was like, oh, they look like through hikers. I hadn't really registered that they're southbounders. And then we just saw 2 more at that water source. So I think we have now seen 4 southbounders. I expect we'll start seeing a lot more southbounders now if we're at the leading edge of them. We've got about another mile to where we're going to try to camp. We're going to try to camp at like a parking area with a privy. This big view. All right, I'm here with the tent set up. Let's see, I did right at 14 miles today. Not bad, all things considered. Hollywood and Cece's tents are back behind me. Groceries is here with us. She's right over that way. We're all still kind of getting organized and set up. Just took a little bit of a wet wipe bath, and it's about time to cook some dinner. We got a pretty nice little campsite. I mean, it's still kind of early for a sunset, but that's what I can see right there kind of outside of my tent door. Check out this sunset. All right, here is our camp. You can see Cece walking away. We were just both looking at the sunset. You can see part of one of the tents over there, and I don't know if you can see Hollywood and groceries or not, and there's the rest of our tents. This is where I leave you. So we've got this beautiful sunset, even the pink and purple on the clouds. Hollywood's over here trying to video it. Y'all need to go to Hollywood's channel and give him some nice comments, because he's really not liking the vlogging and actually, I don't think he minds the vlogging. It's the editing and uploading and all that. So he needs some encouragement. So go to Hammer Hikes and give him some encouragement.
It's going to be Hollywood's hiatus pretty soon.
Hollywood's hiatus. No, everybody go there and comment on his videos. Like, just say, don't stop vlogging. Don't stop vlogging. All right, everybody, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.